I got to say, this is the funniest story, not just of the day, but probably of the year. This is super, super funny. So there is a woman, her name, I'm going to completely screw up her name. Her name is apparently Asya Khamsin. She's a Tanzanian fashion designer based in Houston, Texas. And she realized, apparently the other day, that Sam Brinton, you remember Sam Brinton? Sam Brinton was the weirdo who was in charge of nuclear waste disposal because he is a nuclear waste toxic fire. And Sam Brinton he was the first gender non-binary public official, and he was in all the photographs. He was going to the French embassy with our transgender assistant secretary of health and human services, Rachel Levine, who is a dude. And Sam Brinton, with the beard and the shaved head, wearing dresses. It turns out Sam Brinton had a lot of baggage. And when I say he had a lot of baggage, I mean he was literally stealing people's baggage off of turnstiles at the airport. And he was caught doing this. And he denied it and he lied about it. And then so this woman, Asya Khamsin, is a Tanzanian fashion designer based in Houston, Texas. And she realized, quote, I lost my bag in 2018 at DCA, right, which is, I believe, Dulles. Recently, I heard the news on Fox News about Sam Brinton's luggage issue. Surprisingly, I found his images, wore my custom-made outfits, which was in my lost bag in 2018. The cultural appropriation. The gender appropriation. The actual physical appropriation of somebody else's luggage. It's like all the things. This story is all the things. So he's not just stealing femininity. He's not just stealing the Tanzanian culture. He's literally stealing somebody's baggage with the femininity and the Tanzanian culture and then wearing it in photos, which is amazing. Okay, think of how crazy you have to be, how sociopathic you have to be, that you steal somebody's clothes. And you're not just like a random person stealing somebody's clothes and like wearing it out to the local CVS or the Ralphs or something. You are a prominent public figure who is constantly being photographed and seeking the limelight, and you're wearing the stolen clothes publicly. Obviously it's a fetishistic thing for this weirdo, but it's like, wow. So she then dropped all of the various pictures of her clothes and Sam Brinton wearing them. So she put out, she did a fashion show in Tanzania in 2018, Lady in Red. And then there's a picture of Sam Brinton wearing the exact piece of clothing at the premiere of I guess it was the premiere of Love, Simon, which is like a gay love story over at Netflix. It's like unbelievable stuff. And wearing high heels and like wearing this person's outfits at public events. It's the greatest thing in the entire world. It's spectacular. Like, how is that real? How? But apparently it's real. Because diversity, folks. Diversity means that a white man can be a non-binary, gender-stealing weirdo who steals other people's luggage from a woman of color and then wears all of her culturally appropriate attire, but it's inappropriate because he's a white dude, but it's okay because he's not just a regular white dude. He's a white dude with the magical star of LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign. It's just like slow clap genius quality little stuff there. Love it. It is the best. It is so good. So it does show you where we have come as a culture. And that person was championed by the Biden administration. Champion. This person was a hero of gender. This person was a person we should all look up to. Our children should look up to Sam Brinton. They, them, she, her. And we should aspire that our children be just like authentic, free, stealing other people's stuff. Again, slow clap for the Biden administration. That is an excellent hire. Well, as it turns out, putting completely insane people in charge of nuclear waste policy is a bad idea. You know what else is a bad idea? Paying full price to Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. That's a stupid idea. Why would you do that when you can get the same exact coverage from the same exact tower network as one of the big guys, but pay like half the price with PureTalk? PureTalk saves the average family over $900 a year when they switch from Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. That's correct. You can save $900 a year on your wireless bill and still enjoy that ultra-fast 5G service. Get unlimited talk, text, plenty of data for just $30 a month. PureTalk is so sure you're going to love their service, they are backing it with 100% money-back guarantee. Stop paying a fortune to Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. Cut that bill in half with PureTalk. Their US-based customer service team, it makes the switch super simple. Switch over to PureTalk in as little as 10 minutes while keeping your phone and your phone number. Your first month is guaranteed risk-free. Head on over to puretalk.com, enter promo code Shapiro, save 50% off your very first month. That's puretalk.com, Promo code Shapiro. PureTalk is simply smarter wireless. Restrictions apply. See site for details. No reason to pay that kind of money when you don't have to. Instead, head on over to PureTalk. They, by the way, don't hate your guts politically. A lot of these big corporations, I don't like you very much. Not true of PureTalk. Head on over to puretalk.com, promo code Shapiro to get started. Well, I think it's safe to say that it is unnatural to steal people's luggage and then to wear that luggage around. But you know what is natural? Like the height of nature, balance of nature. So here's the thing. I don't like vegetables. I don't like the taste of them. I don't like the look of them. I think they're terrible. But I still need the nutrients that you would get if you were a normal person who ate vegetables. This is why I use Balance of Nature. Balance of Nature fruits and veggies are the best way to make sure you're getting those essential nutritional ingredients every single day. Their products are 100% whole food. Balance of Nature uses a cold vacuum process that preserves the natural phytonutrients in whole fruits and vegetables, then encapsulates them for easy consumption. Balance of Nature sent me a bunch of products, and they are kosher, so I actually get to use them on a regular basis. It makes me feel healthier. I get the nutritional value that I need. Go to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Shapiro. Get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer, plus that free fiber and spice. That's balanceofnature.com. Promo code Shapiro. Get 35% off your first preferred order. Again, I can attest to how good this stuff is because I use it myself. People at the studio have been using it as well, which means their efficiency is up and they look healthier. Balanceofnature.com. Promo code Shapiro. Get 35% off your very first preferred order. That's balanceofnature.com, promo code Shapiro. Now, in the same sort of vein, this is pretty hysterical. We keep seeing this spate of people who are white masquerading now as minorities. Now, we saw, obviously, Rachel Dolezal was doing this. Now, I have to point out here that in American culture today, if you're a white person, you masquerade as a black person like Rachel Dolezal, we all think that you're crazy and we make fun of you for literally years and you become a household name. If you're a man and you say you're a woman, you're a hero. Which is strange because it turns out that race is a lot more of a socially constructed category than sex. Sex is not a socially constructed category. Biological sex and sexual dichotomy between male and female is literally the basis of all mammalian propagation. But put that aside, the fact that we are idiots, and so we suggest that racial appropriation is way, way worse than gender appropriation. Put that aside. There is something weird about a society that is supposedly so racist and so terrible where you're not seeing a lot of Black Americans attempting to look white or pass, right? That is a vestige of America's horrifying racial past in which, in order to live a normal life, and by a normal life, I mean sort of the standard American opportunistic life, very often you would have Black people who would attempt to pass for white, right? That was a symptom of a broken racial culture in the United States. Now things are sort of broken weirdly in reverse, where you have white people who are attempting to appropriate Black culture and to be Black or to be Muslim or to be a minority group simply so they are not labeled white, which shows you where we are culturally speaking. I've yet to see a publicized case of a Black person masquerading as white recently, but you do see a wide variety of cases of white people who are masquerading as members of minorities. So this happened again. The Intercept is now reporting that members of the American Friends Service Committee, a prominent Quaker organization known for its progressive values and social justice advocacy in the United States and abroad, have now raised an alarm about a woman holding a leadership position within the organization who they say has misrepresented her ethnic background for years. And they fear may be working on behalf of groups seeking to undermine their organization. Raquel Evita Saraswati, a Muslim activist who for years has encouraged people to believe she is a woman of color, including Latina, as well as South Asian and Arab descent, is the AFSC's Chief Equity, Inclusion, and Culture Officer. That is a senior position that gives her access to files of dozens of the organization's staff and volunteers. But unfortunately, according to her mom, she's a white lady. Her mom is a woman named Carol Perone. Quote, I call her Rachel. I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. Saraswati, her mother added, is of British, German, and Italian descent, not Latina, South Asian, or Arab. I'm as white as the driven so, and so is she, added Perone, who shared within the Intercept photos of Saraswati as a child. In the photos, which the mother asked not be published, Saraswati's complexion is significantly lighter than the bronzed look in more recent photographs. Perone also shared with the Intercept her Ancestry.com profile and a photo of Saraswati's biological father, who's dead. Another relative who has not to be identified confirmed Saraswati is white. Perone noted her daughter converted to Islam in high school, and at some point, she seemed to have felt the need to portray herself as having a different ethnic identity. I'm German and British. Her father was a Calabrese Italian, her mother added. She's chosen to live a lie. I find that very, very sad. Oscar Pierre Castro, a human resources professional who participated in the search committee to fill Saraswati's position, told The Intercept that, get ready for this, she had presented herself as a queer, Muslim, multi-ethnic woman. But why? Why, you ask, would somebody do this? The answer is because that is a status symbol in America now. If you present yourself as a queer, Muslim, multi-ethnic woman, that is a good way to get a job now, which suggests that America, in quite that racist. In fact, it sort of suggests that if there is a racial bias, broadly speaking, on a cultural level right now, it mostly applies to what we would call white people. That there is a huge cultural bias against white people in hiring. That if you're a company you're looking to hire, you're looking for diversity. And if you're looking for diversity, that means non-white people, for example. And so, predictably, that incentivizes people to masquerade as non-white. These sorts of stories are indicative of a broader cultural shift that, again, should be disturbing because we should be treating individuals, not as people who check particular boxes on their diversity forms. Alrighty, coming up, we're going to be talking with Steve Krakauer. He is the producer of Megyn Kelly's show. But if you want to hear that, you're going to actually have to go over to Daily Wire Plus and subscribe, become a member today.